Hello, hello. My name is Jess Markowitz, and I am your superstar director with Scentsy. Sorry, I'm having a little frizzy going on there. Welcome to Scentsy. I'm so excited for your journey starting. Um, so many people join for so many different reasons, and so the one thing I do know is that if you are on this call, you want to at least know how to benefit from being a consultant. Whether your, why is that big that you just want to get your stuff free and half off and get a little commission. Um, you want to at least know how to do that and make sure that you're maximizing the benefits. So good for you. Welcome and congratulations for showing up to your first training call because that is huge. That's one of the biggest mistakes consultants make is they don't learn how to utilize it. So I'm really excited that you decided to show up today. Sorry, I'm just getting a little thirsty. So we're gonna go over a couple things, and I'm not gonna answer all your questions. I'm sure there's always tons of questions. If there's extra things that pop up that aren't answered today, just write them down and make sure you schedule time with your sponsor. If you don't know your sponsor, because it's possible you joined under somebody's website that you don't know personally, I am going to show you how you can reach out to your sponsor, or you can reach out to your director or myself. I may be your director and your superstar director, but either way, you have all of us here to support you. And the biggest suggestion I have for you is that if your sponsor doesn't respond, then go to your director. If your director doesn't respond, then go to me. If I don't respond, then what I would suggest is to email us again because if your directors and your superstar director, myself, we are here to support you. We do want to support you. So if we're not responding, it's because we either just didn't see it, we didn't email, or maybe we forgot. We're human. So just give us a little favor and contact us again and say, hey, I really need your help. You should have gotten something with an email or a text or something to welcome you from one of your directors, and maybe possibly your sponsor too. And it just depends on how you got started. Like I said, some people just join off a website, they don't know who they are. Some people join with their best friends, so they know exactly how to connect with their team, their sponsor. So, but whatever scenario, you have lots of people here to support you. Okay. So you joined in a transition month. We are July 7th of 2001. And a transition month means we are going to be transitioning into our fall catalog August 1st. So if you joined in July in the last week or so, you are going to be receiving, or maybe possibly already received your kit, two separate kits. One is going to be the spring and summer catalogs and testers so you can sell in this month, which is 10% off most of our products, which I'm going to go over in just a second. And then you will have your supplies to roll over into the fall catalog, which is fall catalogs and fall fragrances. So you'll have testers for those. And what you'll want to do at the end of this month, when you're done selling for spring, when you've closed up all your spring parties, and the night before August 1st, what we suggest is for you to print off your discontinued list and take out what is no longer going to be available in your fall season. And I would even suggest just print it out now, just so you can kind of let people know. Because if they fall in love with it at your launch party, which I hope you're all scheduling a launch party within your first 10 days of your business, that is huge. Statistically, it has been shown to get people off to a sensational start. It's proven to help you earn shooting star and the sensational start level 1, 2, or 3. If you're not familiar with that, I really strongly suggest for you to please, please, please um, pay attention to your first things first checklist in your workstation. Okay, because that is set up specifically for your success. How that was created was years ago, even after I became a consultant. they basically asked people that hit level 3 and above, and I was one of them. What were we doing? What were things that we did in our first 70 days to get us to earn that level? And so those steps are specific steps that it's a formula. And so you're not left wondering, how the heck am I going to be successful? What am I doing? You literally are have a formula to success. So if you follow those things, I'm not going to say you're going to get, level 3, but you're going to get a lot further than if you didn't follow those steps, like setting up a launch party. And the reason why we say in the first 10 days is so you have an extra 5 days, because the shooting star goal is 15 days in your first, and your day one is the day you joined. You'll have 5 days to collect, orders that somebody said they wanted to order, but they haven't placed their order yet. You can do some follow up. Maybe they weren't able to show up to your home party if you had a launch party in your home. So on and so forth. It just gives you extra days to kind of close and close up ties and collect those last minute straggling orders. Okay, if you have not received a welcome email from Scentsy or myself, please check your spam. If you're on this call, whether you're listening to the recording or you're on live, you possibly are on our Facebook pages that gave you an invitation to this, or you did receive an email. But if you haven't received an email inviting you to this call from me, and then also the welcome information from Scentsy, please check your spam and reach out to your sponsor and upline. Let them know that you haven't received one or the other, and then we can kind of troubleshoot, figure out what you don't have. In my welcome email, if you haven't read it in its entirety, so yes, it's long. You don't have to read it the same day that you join, but there's lots of information. And one of them is to invite you to our group pages. Those pages are tools with trainings, marketing tools, support, obviously, with different consultants, different ideas that people are sharing, a recognition. The outside world doesn't really think about how important recognition is. So, you're going to have a little bit more of that with Scentsy, which I know I loved when I first started Scentsy and still do to this day, 10 years later. It's nice to be recognized of, especially when you're trying your hardest, right? It's just a little confirmation that you're doing something right. Let's see. So if you're not a part, there's 2 pages that I have, which is called Angels of Light Facebook group. So it's Angels of Light group. That's everybody in my organization, whether you're under a different director or not. And then my personal team page, which I would be your director, is Angels of Light official team page. And I just like to give people visuals, because if you're anything like me, I want to see what you're talking about. So I'm just going to share my screen really fast, just so you can have a visual of what I am talking about, and kind of show you around the different, how to find the tools that I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I am talking pretty fast. It's just because we have an hour and I have a lot to cover. I will do my best to be able to open it up for questions if you have some at the very end. So definitely, I will do that, because I want to get your questions answered if possible. If they're not answered when I speak, when I'm doing the call right now. So this is what my specific team call is. So if my name on your dashboard, your main dashboard, says director, that means I am your personal director. And so you should be on this page right here. It's called Angels of Light official team page. So let me open this up a little bit. I think I clicked on something that I shouldn't. Okay, so there it is right there. There's the name. And then there are some guides. These guides right here are so important, because it's just different types of trainings. It's going to send you directly to some trainings that are already in your first things first checklist. So if you missed them, or didn't really see the value in them, I'm basically emphasizing that it's something you need to definitely take a look at. So by putting them in here. So just look at the topics on the different guides. Here are the recordings to the new consultant calls. It's actually recommend to take a look at a few of them because they are led by different directors and you may learn something different. They may share something in a different way that resonates better with you. So I always am a big advocate to watch a few different types of trainings from different people on a regular basis. Here's some past calls that I've done for our entire group, so on and so forth. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. This is pretty self-explanatory if you go through it. Um, there's also, this is the page that if you, I am not your director, you would be on this page, but you would be on or should be on the Angels of Light group page. So that means that I am your superstar director, but you have another director between us. And so that you are on their team, but you're in my group. And so you have access to our big group page. You can see there's a lot more people in this specific group because there's a bunch of teams collaborated on one page. Same thing, we have some guides. We have, if you look through it, the media files, there's an events page, and you can even search things through topics. So, you know, if you're looking for, you know, how to gain more PRV, it's going to, you know, give you some ideas of how to, and it's going to bring you to that, anything that's tagged PRV, which is, PRV is personal retail volume. Just because it's right here, we do have to put in 200 PRV to be considered active for the month. And even though we don't have a minimum requirement, it's always a great goal to set every month to at least be active. And that's just because we have a consumable product, you guys, and if we're not selling at least $200 a month, it means we're not following up and we're not making sure that our clients are not running out of our consumable products. So they are going to need more. And so we do have to follow up in order to make sure that they don't run out. As soon as you join, you are ready to rock and roll. You have a website that's available immediately. I'm actually going to share my screen for my website because there's a lot going on this month that I want to make sure that you guys are familiar with and aware of, actually. So this is my website. It should look exactly like yours, just a different name. Up here, this shows that I'm in a party. So you always want to have some type of an open party for your customers to buy from. This is going to help you accumulate orders on a party, which is yours. So this is my party. So when Harry Potter launched today for pre-orders, I want people to order on that party and accumulate rewards for me. So, excuse me. So that's one of the benefits of being a consultant is being able to be the host as well and get those free and half off items. And then the cool thing is that you could sell those products off for full price and actually make a profit from them. So you get commission from the purchase that they buy, but then you also can sell them off for full price when you get rewards for free and half off. So when I said Harry Potter, we have a launch that is going on right now. So over here in the collection section, you'll see Harry Potter. This is the Scentsy collections, and this is licensed collections. This is a very sensitive area that I really strongly recommend for you guys to pay attention to and make sure that you read over the compliance section of your business, and you can actually look it over. Let's see. So there's social media guidelines right here. Okay, this is important that I recommend every consultant to look at because especially with the licensed products, Disney, Warner Brothers, we've sold NFL and NHL and MLB in the past, and those specific licenses are very hard to get partnered with. And the fact that we have those partnerships, we don't want to hurt that partnership by representing them incorrectly and marketing against compliance. Okay, so this is where you're going to find where those things are. Now, Harry Potter launched today, July 7th, as a pre-order. So it shows up like you could purchase it, but when you click on it, it's going to give them an opportunity to pre-order these products. So if you go into your news tab of your workstation, which I'm going to unshare just to make sure that you guys see my next screen, because sometimes it doesn't go over correctly. So let me go back into it. So what I did is I went to my workstation. So here's the dashboard, and I clicked on it, and then I clicked on news. Okay. So you're going to want to scroll until you find the announcement for Harry Potter. Check the news tab every day, you guys, because things are popping up left and right. And if you're not in the know, then you can't market it to your clients, right? And you can miss out on a big opportunity for your business. And we wouldn't want that to happen. Remember, we are independent consultants, so nobody's responsible for you and your business but you. I'm here, and the trainings and your directors and Facebook pages are here to support you and try to help you be aware of things, but it's not our responsibility to keep you aware. That's why we have a news tab. So you can't like blame your director because you didn't know about something, or blame your sponsor because you didn't know about something, because everything we find out is from the same resource. So all we're doing is kind of revealing it onto our pages of what we found in the same place that you are going to find it, which is the news tab. All right, so you'll click on that, and then this is going to give you all the information you need. If you are brand new today, this may be the first time you're hearing about Harry Potter. So this news article is going to be what you want to read. Just basic, just a real quick overview is that it started today, and they have you, and if you love Harry Potter, you can pre-order yourself. But your clients have until the 14th to place their pre-order, and then this kind of gives you a breakdown of what the wax collection is, what the descriptions are, pricing, and then it tells you that the pre-orders will be redeemed approximately February 22nd. So this is stuff that you want to keep up on, because again, these are all tools for your business. They shouldn't be what you rely your business on, which is called LTOs, limited time offers, because yes, they can really be a huge benefit to your business. But if you only run your business off of LTOs, you're not going to have a consistency in your business, and your clients are going to be left without products. Because even if they bought this warmer and this wax collection, if we never follow up afterwards to see if they need something else to still keep their house, with fragrance, it'll just be a warmer sitting there, and it's not going to benefit you or them, right? That's just a quick example. I don't know if you could see this again. So like, I apologize for flipping back and forth. I just want to make sure that you can see what I'm saying. So I'm back to my website, and a couple of reasons why you want to have a website is one, for pre-order opportunities, because you cannot pre-order on your workstation. Another is our Scentsy Club. Now, I told you guys that we are 10% off right now. So if you go into your shop catalog, shop option, sorry, let's just click on diffusers, for instance. Shop diffusers. You're going to see that everything's at a 10% off discount, which is super cool, right? Instead of 65, it's 58.50 for the, the I don't even know how to say that, fluor, or it's called the gray diffuser. So this is a great opportunity to get these products in people's hands, get them to fall in love with them at a discount, and then once you get these in people's homes, you're going to be able to create a relationship and make them see you as their consultant. And when they need new products, they're going to come to you as their consultant instead of bouncing around to other consultants, or the worst case scenario, go buy knockoff products. You don't want them to do that. One, because it avoids their warranty if they use other knockoff brands in our products, just in case you didn't know that. But also, it just isn't the best quality like ours. Not just because I'm biased, our products are absolutely 100% the top of the line. All the other products on the market are knockoff of Scentsy. and it just hands down. And what I usually tell my clients, if you want to go and try it and compare, go right ahead. I'm that confident that you're going to be back because you'll see how the quality is different, how long it lasts is different, and so on and so forth. And they don't, and I always tease them and say, you don't get me as a personal consultant with another brand, do you? So, and they usually kind of laugh at that. So, which is true. Okay, so the we're at 10% off, and we're going to be discontinuing some fragrances and products. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to click on some florals. So, for instance, Aloha citrus. I'm almost positive. I think I just moved my list somewhere else, and I should have grabbed it and put it here. Um, nope, that's not it. All right, so it's important to, I don't know what to do with my list. So use me as an example and make sure you have your list with you all the time. But I'm almost positive Aloha Citrus is being discontinued because that is a spring scent. So if you sell Aloha Citrus, for instance, in the month of July, it's not going to be around in August for them to reorder that food, right? So this is what is the advantage that you have is that you can educate them on our Scentsy Club program. And what that is they get to have products automatically shipped to them every 1, 2, or 3 months. And in this program, we have it's called Always Get My Bar. And basically, what that means is if they enroll in the membership, they can add the Aloha citrus into their membership before the end of the month, and they will continue to send that fragrance to them. This avoids your clients saying, "Oh, I love that," and just they discontinue it, and now I don't have it anymore. That happening. It's saying, you know what, if you really love it that much, you don't have to stop getting it, but they do have to enroll in the membership. So I'm not going to spend the time on here because we have limited time. I'm not going to watch this video with you, but I recommend every consultant to go on your website. You have it for free for 3 months. So you have a website. I do recommend you enrolling in the website at the 3 month point. It's only $10 a month. It's a tax deduction because let's face it, guys, shopping online is what people do now. So if you don't have a website, you're just kind of making yourself work harder than you have to, right? But also the benefit is that they can enroll in Scentsy Club if you don't have a website. Okay. You also can sponsor new team members if you don't have a website. I mentioned the limited time offer enrollment for pre-orders you can't do unless you have a website. And then also we have periodic opportunities for like flash sales, especially in the fall. Sometimes we'll have them. And so you don't want your clients to miss out on, and you, because you may see something that you want that you can only, sometimes they're only on the website. And you and your clients would miss out on flash sales if you don't have a website. So there's several different reasons. Website orders would tend to be a little bit faster than dashboard orders, ordering from your workstation. So definitely worth the $10 a month for sure. So there's a lot when it comes to starting your business. I like to go over the basics of like how much you make, things like that, because that is in your starter guide. This may look different when you watch this video. It may be August, and you're watching this at the end of July or something. We do have a new one for each season. It's the same content though, it just may look different in the front. But it's called your consultant guide. All the basics of what you need to know as a new consultant is in this guide. If you're not taking the time to read it, you're only hurting yourself. Okay, it's making you confused, you're not seeing the benefits, and you may be maybe missing out on some really good opportunities that can benefit you either financially or just rewards wise. Um, there is a glossary of what everything means in the back. So, like I used the word PRV earlier. So it tells you personal retail volume, and then it breaks down what that means to you. So I would be here till, next July if I sat and read this with you. It's a very thin little book. I always tell people, make it your Scentsy Bible. Take it with you to the bathroom. Take it with you to dental appointments that you're sitting around, and read your guide. Because it's not motivating for you to go and work your business if you don't know how much you're going to make, right? It's not motivating for you to push yourself a little harder to get yourself to the next bracket in sales if you don't know what that bonus is going to be, right? So it's so important to know your business. That's another reason why in your first things first checklist, it tells you to connect with your sponsor, because your sponsor is going to hopefully take time to set up with you to kind of walk you through some questions that you may have that may not be clear. You may have read it, but you don't understand it. But the thing is you have to do your own work first. Remember, you're an independent consultant. If you call your sponsor and say, I don't know how much I make, and they say, oh, so have you read your startup guide yet? And you say, oh, I haven't had time. You're basically on you when you haven't put time into your own business. That's really not fair, right? We're all independent consultants trying to work our businesses around all of our other priorities and obligations. So it's not fair to us to ask people to put time into our businesses if we're not putting our own time into our business first, right? But you do have a support system. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, as long as you are showing that you are putting time into your business. We're definitely here to support you. Um, you just have to think about that, because when you start to support people by sponsoring, you're not going to want to sit through telling everybody what they can already read on their own, right? We're all over 18. We're all grown adults. We don't have to babysit people, and that's one of the things I want you to know. If you start sponsoring from the get go, you join and you have a friend or a sister that wants to join. Don't freak out thinking I don't know anything. I can't help them, because guess what? You guys are both new. You're going to learn together. You can both read your manuals on your own and then talk about it together, and then reach out to your upline for additional questions and maybe set up like a Zoom or something together. So that's just my little pep talk for you guys, because in reality, we just really have to realize that we are an independent business. Nobody's making money off of anybody until they're actually doing something. So your upline, your sponsor, your director, even me, we don't owe anybody anything. This is your business, but we're happy to support you, as long as you're putting time into your own business, if that makes sense. Let's see. We talked about LTOs. We talked about the PWS, flash sales. Oh, go in your workstation. Let me get into there really fast. So we'll go to our dashboard. Let me share my screen. So right here, it should say your name on your dashboard, and you're just going to click accounts. Now, I'm not going to click on that because all my private information is going to pop up, but that is where you're going to see all your personal private information. Make sure it's correct. Just do a little, skim. One of your letters may be wrong. You fat fingered it when you were registering. Just make sure everything's accurate. That's another reason why some people don't get their emails, is because they put in the wrong email address. So you can edit it there. If you happen to move now or in the future, even 5 years from now, make sure you edit your shipping address, because Scentsy is going to ship it to whatever address is in that account, and they don't know that you moved. So it's not Scentsy's fault if something gets shipped somewhere and the person that lives there doesn't decide to give it to you, or it comes up missing. So make sure that that is a step that you make before you move officially. And if you get married, make sure you update all your information. If you change your name, make sure you email to account services and let them know. In that same accounts area, you're going to be able to, I'm going to take the sharing off for a second. In that same accounts area, you can choose of what type of the display name on your website, what it says. Like my name is Jessica, but I don't like to be called Jessica. So on my website, it says Jess. I go by Jess or Jessie. So, and I also, my husband and I do this together. So I have Jess and Mitch Markowitz. So you decide how you want it to show on your display of your website, which is kind of cool that they have that now. Um, if you scroll a little bit further down, you're going to find where you can enroll in the warmer and scent of the month. Now, the benefits of that is a lot. You get a discount on a good amount of products. I send out an email once a month with kind of just recognition and tell everybody what's going on. I have a breakdown that that I have in there, and it kind of tells you the benefits of why, but it also tells you what the benefits are in this consultant. So make sure you check that out as well. But it's a great way to build your stock, just so you have some things on hand, especially during the holiday season. People tend to call you and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to a Christmas party and I don't have anything to give. Do you have anything?" It's a smart way to build stock. Scentsy does not encourage you to build a stock unless you have products that people are actually going to purchase. So it's a smart way that's less expensive, that you can actually make money in the process because you get it at a discount. You also get commission off of that purchase. So definitely read about the warmer and scent of the month, and you can enroll in your accounts too. You have the opportunity to sponsor internationally. So we are in 11, I think maybe even 12 countries now. I have to count them up to verify, but we're in a lot of countries. And we have three different regions. And so if you know people out of the country, you want to make sure you're sharing this with people on your social media. Hey, but you even ask people do you know anybody in these countries? And so we're in, Europe, we're in, Germany, England, Ireland, we're in New Zealand, Australia, Spain, Italy. My gosh, we're in so many places. So if you continue on down your accounts tab, there is a international agreement section, and it'll break down and let you know what the different regions are. If you are a U.S. consultant, you are considered Region 1 automatically. And Region 1 can also sell to and do parties to Mexico and Canada, because they're considered Region 1. And we're also the U.S. territories, Puerto Rico and Guam are also considered Region 1. And so you would just have to sign the Region 1 agreement to sell and to do parties to Mexico and Canada. And it's like an extra $5 a month, but it's so worth it, because if you know people in Mexico or in Canada, you're going to broaden and expand your business tremendously by having that extra resource. And if you want more information about that, that's when you want to reach out to your upline and say, hey, these are the people I know. Even if you don't know if we're in those countries, still let your upline know, because then we can verify if we're there and talk to you about strategies of how to introduce the business to them. Because that's a huge opportunity to grow your business if you're looking to truly grow it as a business and really maximize the compensation. Yay. Where am I at? I've got some time, a little bit of time left. Just checking my. In here, I just want to really emphasize the and encourage you to do your list of 100. If you have not taken the time to write down, just start writing a list of everybody you know, including even have your spouse, because your spouse knows people that you don't know, whether you realize it or not. They work with people that you don't know. They went to school with people that you don't know. They lived around neighbors and, went to different things. So you need to utilize every resource that you have. And your spouse is one of them. A lot of people kind of just count them out. But that is a really huge resource. And I have to tell you that if I didn't use my husband as my main resource of people, I wouldn't have had my success that I did at my launch party because I didn't know one person at my launch party. Everybody was my husband's friends' wives. I didn't even know them. And he introduced them, he invited them for me. Um, and encourage his friends, his coworkers to remind their wives and encourage them to come. And so even if you just send your husband or spouse or wife to work with some catalogs and some testers, you will be surprised how much the people that you regularly hang out with, which is one of them is your spouse, if you have one, your kids, if they're, your kids have friends, their friends have parents, and neighbors, and you just really have to keep your mind open and think out of the box when it comes to who you're going to introduce this business to. All right, just looking at my notes here. Okay, so your business, when you joined, your enrollment kit is your first tax deduction. It's your first business expense. So I would suggest that you get with your sponsor and so they can kind of go over some of the things that you would be writing off as a business expense. There's a lot of different things. We're not tax advisors, so I definitely recommend you to talk to your tax preparer about what you're able to write off. But what I'm responsible to do is make sure you know that whatever has to do with your business can be or is a possible tax deduction. One of them is for sure your website. So you would make sure that you document those fees that are when you're charged on your workstation each month. That is a marketing expense. You're paying $10 to market your business. Your enrollment kit, whatever you paid, is a tax deduction for marketing because you're growing your business. So anything in your Scentsy success section of your business, I'm going to go ahead and uh, share my screen because we're going into the. I'm sorry, it's not Scentsy. They keep changing it. It's called Consultant Store now. It used to be called Scentsy Success. Scentsy Success is like resources because we are transitioning into a different month, into a different season, there's going to be different supplies. So as you can see, it says fall winter 2021. If you did not join in July and get a transition kit, you may have joined the end of June or in June, so you don't have transition supplies in your kit. So this is where you're going to get the new fall products in the fall winter 2021. So things that you maybe would be good to consider is the transition fall winter transition set. So when you joined, you got some type of a kit. If you got the $99 kit, you got a full fragrance tester kit. If you joined with the host kit, you got a full um, tester set. Um, and all you would have to do is take out the that are being discontinued. And I'm just going to give you a visual and show you where to get that list after we are done in here. But so this is the set you'd want. So you already have this, and you would just add this to your kit and take out the spring summer fragrances. There are new oils. If have the oil set, you would transition the fall ones in and take out the ones that are being discontinued. Um, and then we do have, let's see here, that's Canada. Here we go. That's the binder. Hmm. There we go. It looks different. They just changed the way everything looks. So Scentsy catalog fall winter. So as you can see, the price is 12, but it's actually on sale for $10. Right now in July, we do have a discount. So you get a discount on supplies. So I would definitely not wait to get your fall supplies until August because then they're going to go up in normal retail price. So this is the time to get your transition materials. New stickers, for your catalogs. If you like to have rub and sniffs on your catalogs, that's a very lucrative investment because, it's, let's face it, it's the scent is what sells, right? And so if you can send a catalog with some scent in it, you're going to have a lot more success. So, anyways, this is where you're going to get your stuff. Make sure, though, they kind of separated things to make it not as likely to make the mistake. But you see how there's a little US flag there, and then there's a Canada flag. All consultants, almost, I can say, have made the mistake of ordering the wrong country catalogs. So what they've done is they separated it and actually put the flag so you won't make that mistake as much, but it's still possible if you're not paying attention. Now, just a real quick, see how this says single catalog? Well, this is a great thing to add to a online party. I'm sorry, an online order that if you're shipping the order for them, say you take an order at your launch party and somebody is shipping, they buy a gift for their sister in another state. What you could do is add $1 catalog to ship with that order, and that'll make sure that it's a cheaper way of sending the catalog, and it makes sure that they have a full catalog for future purchases. So that's why we have the ability to buy just one catalog. That's what that's for. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to back to the website. I'm pretty sure because I'm in one um, browser that I'm switching back and forth. I just get nervous. Let me do this. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Just because I want to make sure. I'm sorry, back and forth, but I just want to make sure that you're seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So when you sign on to your website right now, it's going to bring you to your main page. And this is a new collection that just came out 2 days ago, I think. It's called the Moment by Moment. And this is a collection that's very specific, meaning these are great gifts. And this is a great thing to add to a Scentsy Club membership. Specifically, the Happy New Home Bar. This is a great gift if you know anybody that's a realtor, or it's just a great bar to have on hand if as to your clients, you can ask them, do you know anybody that just purchased a house? Do you know any realtors? Then they can use this as a gift themselves. So it's definitely something that I personally suggest if you're going to have your own Scentsy Club membership. This is a bar that probably is going to be a great thing to have on hand for those realtors that you meet or that you already know. Who knows, you might be a realtor. And then as you can see, there's like just welcome little one that's just so personal, these personal moments, graduation, down the aisle, birthday wishes, and then they can also purchase the collection for $25. So this is new, and this is one of the things that we bring out new collections all the time. And so you can send personal emails to kind of make sure your clients know about it. You can post them on Facebook. But one of my biggest tips is make sure you have some type of a link that you're posting with it so they can click and go, because we're in the times that people just want to click and go. And if they can't, then they say, oh, I'll do it later, and they forget. So see this shareable button right here? Share the party. This is just going to bring them to my party, but it's not going to bring them to this page. So if I want them to see this specific page, I want to click share this page, obviously, right? As far as marketing in social media, we are in a day of that's what we do, especially because of COVID last year. Everybody shifted their businesses online, 90% of it. And so even if you're not really good at social media, you've never utilized it before, I strongly recommend for you to take time to just slowly learn it. I've been in this for 10 years and I'm still learning social media. It's never been a main source of my business. However, I had to shift too with the world. And so I will tell you it's a big benefit. And so if you set up a Facebook business page and maybe an Instagram for your business, you will see how you can truly grow your business with hashtags and just really being consistent with your marketing because you're going to attract people that are looking for what you and here's the thing, Scentsy is a household name now. Whether you are brand new to Scentsy and you didn't know that, there's so many people that use Scentsy on a regular basis. And the only thing is that are you going to take advantage of that opportunity with being their consultant? Because there's so many people that have tried Scentsy before, but their consultants either quit or they don't follow up with them and they never get the opportunity to purchase new products. And they can't buy new products of actual Scentsy products except for through a consultant. So they might as well be with you. Another stat that I'd like to share with you, well, it's not really another, but that uh, hundreds of thousands of people join a direct sales business every single day. So you have to ask yourself, are they going to join your business or are they going to join somebody else's? So make sure that you are offering this opportunity to everyone because you may be in this right now just to make a discount. But if you're the kind of person that likes to serve and help other people and help them maybe make some extra income and maybe pay for ballet lessons for your friends, you have the ability to truly help somebody else's life, whether it's not for you or not, as far as changing your life, it's not what your goal is. You could still end up changing somebody else's life by offering an opportunity because they can do something different with the business than what you intend. And I can't tell you how many people have told me when they first joined that they wanted nothing to do with sponsoring, and their best friend ended up joining without even them knowing, and they just end up having so much fun, they end up turning it into a business. So the cool thing about this is that there's the sky's the limit with this opportunity, and seasons change in your life and needs change, and it's something you could always pull out of your back pocket when your needs change. You may need to turn it into a business, you know, somewhere down the line if it's not what you're looking to do right now. If you are, the cool thing is you can start right now, which is so awesome. I want to open it up if there's any questions. We only have one person on live right now, but Debbie, do you have any questions or comments you want to make before we wrap it up tonight?
Am I there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. My question is when somebody joins the monthly subscription thing or the monthly and the bi-weekly or, do we get PRV from that, right?
You do.
Oh, cool. Okay. When my daughter's talk her into doing the Scentsy, the monthly thing. So she's thinking about it and I'm like, okay, I was just wondering if I get that PRV every week.
Absolutely. That's another way to the goal to you should produce every customer because it takes the work, right? And so I'm just going to mute you for just a second, and then if you want to add something to it, let me know. Both sides, meaning you don't have to do as much follow-up. I mean, I still recommend to touch base with your Scentsy Club members and thank them because that's consistent income that you don't have to worry about. You can also bank on. You can say, okay, my daughter, is on the monthly subscription. She has a $60 order every month. That means that that's $60 towards my goal every single month that I can bank on. And so the more club members you add up that you have enrolled, you can end up having a $1,000 PRV month without even, before you even follow up with anybody because it's just your Scentsy Club. But I just want to, encourage everyone to, yeah, it's a very important thing to try to do is grow your Scentsy Club as much as possible, but just don't let that affect your follow-up because the people that aren't on Scentsy Club can end up being, affected because you're already reaching your goals financially or, PRV wise. And so sometimes I've seen consultants kind of forget about their just not so regular clients and they end up not getting their refills because they already hit their $500 goal for the month, so they're not following it. So just a little side note there. But that was a great question, Debbie. Anything else you wanted to share? Again, I'm sorry.
No, that was my main question because I'm in the process of trying to get everything for the transition and everything now, and trying to get her to set up a party before it ends, and then see if her mother-in-law can, do a party after the transition thing goes around, and then I can, book 2 parties there.
Well, Debbie, I'd love to hear about it. And if you have any questions with, Scentsy Club or anything when she's trying to enroll, just, shout me out. I'm happy to help. And so I'll go ahead and wrap up for tonight. There is a little bit of a change for our new consultant calls. Our live ones are only going to be the first Wednesday of the month. And then I will be posting our recordings each week. So if you do sponsor new consultants, you can do the recordings and then you can let them know to join the lives if they want that live interaction. And then the last Wednesday of every month is actually an opportunity night we call it Bacon, Become a Consultant Night. And that will be live that you can send people that are interested but have a lot of questions to, and then they'll be recorded as well. So the rest of the other 3 weeks in the month, you can have a recording to send to them as well. So that's how that's going to work. I'm going to send out an email to kind of explain that again, just to make it more clear. And so we will see you live at the beginning of next month, but this recording will be posted and emailed to everybody. And there are going to be other new consultants that other people have hosted that might have some other tips and tricks that you want to take a look at. Definitely beneficial to hear from different people. So because you may hear one thing that I didn't share, or maybe I shared it, but they shared it in a different way, so it resonates a little bit more for you, and it kind of does more to help you in the way they deliver it. Thank you for showing up live, Debbie, and those that are watching the recording. Thank you. I hope this was helpful, and welcome to our Scentsy Family. Bye, guys.